Hi, my name is Patrick. This specific video is to tell you what is the right mindset during the CAT exam. A right mindset can make a huge difference in regards to the score that you do. I think you must have realized if you've written enough mocks that if you have a good mindset during the exam, you can actually do well with regards to scores. If no, then it can really go bad. Anyway, let's look at what is the right mindset as far as the exam is concerned. Before we go with that, understand that remember everything happens for the best. This is what my policy has been, that whatever happens in the world, I mean, whatever you do, it definitely happens for some good or the other. I mean, there's nothing that, I mean, you do have bad things that happening, but everything that happens for the best. I mean, if you go back and just think, I mean, if I look at my case with regards to my past, uh, I wrote CAT a couple of times to get into the IIMs. Not that I was not capable of. You can realize that I scored 100 percentile 6 times, so I'm capable of getting a call. I did get a call once, but I was not able to crack. Okay, so do I say it is bad for me not getting into the IIMs? No, I think I'm really happy with the way I am right now. So I'm teaching, I'm mentoring students, guiding them. I mean, it's an amazing thing that I'm doing, and I'm really enjoying what I'm doing. May this would not have been possible maybe if I had gotten to the apps. It would be a completely different career path. But I feel that this is the right path for at least for me. I mean, where I'm enjoying it and I'm doing well. So I'm really happy looking back that I didn't get into the IIMs, but I got into Bajaj where I got the opportunity to teach and do well as far as what I was. So was it really bad not getting into the apps? Not really. And I've seen so many such cases where things happen for the best. I mean, you get into, not get into, everything, something or the other happens for really good, and you will have a good outcome of it. If you have to get into a good college, you will get into a good college. If not, you may not get into a good college. But remember, as long as you try, that's very important. As long as you give in your best, okay, as long as you're giving you everything, things will happen for your own good. Okay, there is this whole alchemist which I'm very inspired about, where what he talks about, when you want something, the whole universe conspires to order for you to achieve it. Okay, in order for you to achieve it, so that means that, you know, if you want something and you work towards it, you may not see the results now, but you will see that the world conspires, you will reach anything. So one thing is your work is to just put in the efforts towards that goal. Don't think of that goal will come, not come. It will come. Enjoy a journey. Just work towards it. You will realize that you would have reached somewhere which is you would be happy about. Okay. Considering that, so this was my example. I talked about that I did not crack the CAT, but I don't repent upon it. I've seen so many other of my students who have done really well in the career that they enjoy, okay, despite not cracking the CAT, or they've done well cracking the CAT. I mean, whichever way you go about it. So it's not that you will have a bad career if you don't crack the CAT or crack the CAT. Whatever has to happen will happen, provided, as I said again, you do the best. It's very important that you give you everything during the exam. Okay, what is the mindset during the CAT? One, I normally say don't keep targets. I mean, targets normally add to extra pressure. A lot of people do ask me what's the score required, how many questions required, what is required. I've seen a lot of students feeling, the pressure because of these targets. I'll give you a lot of examples. Well, let me give you a couple of them, two scenarios as a matter of fact. So there was a scenario somewhere in CAT 14-15 where the paper suddenly became very easy. Okay, the pattern changed, paper became very easy from a tough paper. So people had this mindset saying that, okay, if I solve one third of the paper, I'll get a call. One third, half of the paper, I'll get very good percent, I'll get a call from the top IIMs. So there were 50 questions in a section, two section paper. So if you had solved 25, 27, you would definitely get a call. People solved 35 questions. Very happy because 25 you get a call. Now I already solved 35, which means much above my target. Okay, when they came out, they realized that other people have solved 45, 50 questions, almost all the questions in the given paper, and then they realized that number of attempts that they did were much lower than what others did. Now, where did the problem come? Not that they were bad, but they were happy and they were solving and they were getting the answer quickly. And because they were getting the answers quickly, they started confirming the answer. Because they had kept a target saying 25. They said, I would anyway reach 25. Let me ensure that my answer is correct. So they started confirming the answer. The moment they started confirming the answer, they started wasting time on it. because of which the attempts were low. Okay. Opposite case, when a paper suddenly became tough, okay, I've seen people like, okay, a DILR set became tough, they were not able to do really well in the DILR, got hassled, went to the con section and they gave up. He said, no, it did not happen. DILR I'll not clearly cut off, there's no point putting in the effort for con. When the results came out, they realized they cleared the cutoff for DLR because the paper was tough, the cutoffs came down. But because they didn't put in any efforts for con, they didn't even try to solve it, they lost out. Right? So my suggestion is don't keep targets. Either way, it'll stress you off. Just go with the open mind and try to do your best as far as possible. Have a strategy in place. That's important. How you solve the paper, what you solve the paper, what will happen if there's a problem, what will you do. All that has to be there. The strategy should be in place. Okay, so I will leave the question in 10 seconds, or I'll solve the question if I get what all that strategy should be in place. So ensure that you have strategy in place without the targets. Okay, during the exam, don't predict how you perform. Basically, a lot of people have this one. Oh, I don't get 2 sets. Oh, I'll not get a call. Let me. Don't predict that. In that time, just give your best shot. That's what's important. Don't try to predict that I'm doing really good. So, moment you think that you're doing really good, it's a normal mentality that you start relaxing. Very common. I've seen a lot of students. It's happening to me also. When I think I do really well in the exam and I've done solved a lot of questions, I suddenly feel that urge to relax, saying that I'm doing a lot of questions. Let me just go a little slow and ensure my accuracy. That would be a problem because then you slow down, then your number of attempts goes down, and you're not able to complete the paper. I've seen this happening in one of the papers which I wrote. I was doing really well and going fast. I mean, solved more than half of the paper in whatever short period of time. And I said, oh, it's a lot of time is there, so let me slow down. I slowed down a bit, ensuring accuracy and going about it. And then I realized that I had slowed down so much that I was not able to complete the paper. I mean, I found it really difficult to complete the paper. So don't try to predict how you're performing. And same thing happens when you feel that you're doing bad. Because when you're doing bad, the pressure comes into you and you're not able to give your best. Okay, give your best during the time of the exam. Don't give up. I'll give you an example of my student. I asked a couple of my students from IMAB to come and talk to my students this year. So one of the students mentioned this year, saying that last year when she wrote the exam, the DILR section, the first 17 minutes she did not even get a single set. I mean, she went to the full set for 3-4 minutes. She tried her first set 7-8 minutes, did not get the answer. She tried the set for second set, did not get the answer. She waited 7-8 minutes on 2 sets plus the first 3-4 17 minutes she was there. She was not solved a single set. Okay, did she give up? Because the 40-minute test, 17 minutes is huge. No, she then went to a 4-question set, was able to solve in 4 minutes. Then she realized the one of the mistakes, she went in a 6-question set, she realized the mistake, she corrected that, solved it. And she was so able to solve 4 out of the 5 sets that were there in the exam. Got a 99.92 percentile in DILR section, which helped her to get into IMB. Now think about it. If she, after that 17 minutes, if she had come under pressure and she had given up, what would happen? She would have to give the cat again. So what I'm saying is till the end, till the paper is over, that whole time is over, don't give up. Just keep on trying no matter what it is. Okay? I've seen people giving up in between the exam, but don't. For that point of time, give your best. Without trying to think I'm doing well, I'm not doing well, that's a different matter. That will come to know only when the exam results come out. At that point of time, just give your best, whatever your strategy is, follow it and come out of the exam. That's what is important. Understand? Okay. If by chance for anything your things are not going as per plan, maybe you planned something and it doesn't work, or 2 sets are off and not happening, then take a break for 10-15 seconds. Just close your eyes and maybe meditate for 10 seconds, possible. Replan and go ahead and solve. That's how you should do. I mean, 10 seconds, just relax and then go and solve the paper. So that's how your mindset should be in the exam. Without trying to predict how you're doing, without trying to think I'm doing well or not well, have a plan in the paper and give your best for the entire time. Till the whole paper is over, ensure that you don't give up. Even if in a section you're not able to solve a single question or able to solve few questions, don't give up till the end. Ensure that you complete the paper. You don't know what may happen. I mean, I have seen students who have done extremely poorly in one of the section, but managed to get into colleges which there are no sectional cutoff, like MICA, there are IIMs, there is IIT Delhi, etc., which don't have sectional cutoff, which you can get through. So don't give up till the end. Ensure that you finish the paper and come out. That's all that is important, right? I hope it is clear with regards to what you need to do. We have the courses for after the CAT. If you're interested in IRT, SNAP, SAT, you can join the courses. That is after the CAT. All the best for the exam and do well.